defend our women and shit. Guess who started that? King James. Did you know it was legal? It was legal. It was like, if you rape your slaves and shit, or rape any black or Latino black slaves, it was legal. King James made it a law. It was called bug breeding. Y'all don't hear me. This is why people even start becoming gay amongst us. This is how that shit got passed down. Now today you got people that's naturally, they got that gene in them. They like other men, or they other guys, or they like other guys, but you not knowing where this originally came from though, man. You know? And then they used us for sex shows. Like, they show you pornography now, but who do you think was the first porn flicks? We was. For them though. Y'all don't hear me though. Who do you think was the first porno? We was. They would sit there. It would be that rich king, that rich white racist king, and that rich white racist queen, and they would sit there and they would bring some slaves in, and they would make us have orgies in front of them, and they would jack off to us, and they would play with themselves and watch us. We was the first porn stars for them. Facts. Fact. Oh yeah, this shit run real deep. That's why I be coming like I be coming. We have no clue what they have done to you, man. Alright, so King James, he started homosexuality as a weapon used against us originally. And then once they started having sex and raping us, they seen that they liked anal sex. And then they started having sex with each other. Eventually, that's when they started Christmas and started having sex with each other. But when they started homosexuality first, it was used as a tool. Buck breeding. You know what I'm saying? The harness I see in the conquer us to control us. Facts. So, let's read about it a little bit though. This article is about a Washington Post called The King and His Husband and the Gay History of British Royals. Alright, so hold on. Get down to King James. Now pay attention to this. I want y'all to remember that King James was a homosexual because it's going to make sense later in the lecture. But let's read about it. King James, who reigned over Scotland and later England and Ireland until his death in 1625, attracted similar scrutiny for his male favorites, a term used for companions and advisors who had special preference with monarchs. Though James married Anne of Denmark and had children with her, it has long been believed that James had romantic relationships with 3 men. I'm talking about King James. Though King James married Anne of Denmark, I'll say it again, and had children with her, it has long been believed that James had romantic relationships with 3 men. Ashmay Stewart, Robert Carr, and George Villiers, Duke of Buckingham. It's King James I'm talking about, y'all. Correspondence between James and his male favorite survivors, and as David M. Morgan theorizes in his book King James and Letters of Homoerotic Desire, the inscription that moves across the letters spells desire. James was merely 13 when he met 37-year-old Stuart, and their relationship was met with concern. Okay, so King James says that when he was 13 years old, his first male experience was with a 37-year-old Stewart, which we know would be a motherfucking lie. All right? This is their way of trying to hide his initial purpose for creating homosexuality. They want to make it seem like King James was already getting molested when he was young. You know, the same script they do today. You know? All right? But they say James' favorite boyfriend was Villers. James met him in his late 40s and several years later promoted him to Duke of Buckingham. See, King James' boyfriend, he loved that boyfriend so good, he promoted him to Duke of Buckingham. You know what I'm saying? He loved the fuck out of that boyfriend. He promoted his ass to the Duke of Buckingham. You hear me? And it says that's an astounding rise for someone of his rank. I'm pretty sure it was. He was getting them cheeks clapped. So shit, he gave him that raise. But anyway, Bergen records the deeply affectionate letters between the two in 1623. In the 1623 letter, King James refers bluntly to marriage and calls Buckingham his wife. So, King James in a letter in 1623 has a letter where he calls this man, his wife. Okay? Let's read the letter out loud. This part, at least of the letter. This is from King James to his lover. I cannot content myself without sending you this present, praying God that I may have a joyful and comfortable meeting with you, and that we may make at this Christmas a new marriage ever to be kept hereafter. I desire to live only in this world for your sake, and that I had rather live banished to any part of the earth with you than live a sorrowful widow's life without you. This is King James' letter to his gay lover. And may so God bless you, my sweet child and wife. So he did call him wife. And grant that ye, there it go. Now y'all know where that ye come from in the Bible. He ye in his ass in this letter too. And grant that ye may ever be a comfort to your dear dad and husband. Right, you didn't even know that ye was homosexual shit. But it was though. And they had us saying that shit as kids and we didn't even know. We not attacking the homosexual community. We just getting down to the facts right now. You know what I'm saying? All that die and ye and where art thou? Yeah, that's homosexual slick talk. You see what I'm saying? From back in the day, see, we didn't know that. And they got the shit all in the Bible, King James Version. Nigga got his own version of this shit. You hear me? So, that was his letter to his gay lover. So, okay, King James was a homosexual. So, we know he killed his mama. He was a homosexual. Let's keep reading out. Let's keep finding out about who this King James guy was. Let's keep finding out about King James, y'all. And let's not forget he was gay, because that's going to matter later. Alright? Let's see. This is the important chapter right here I'm finna read, y'all. So look, I want y'all to know King James' vision. We all know that Great Britain is the world power, right? Like the British royals, right? The British royals. We know about the Queen Elizabeth and them all to this day, right? They're very powerful. They run everything, right? They right under the Vatican, right? So let's find out how Great Britain became unified. King James did that too. That was his vision. Let's read about it. Because you know, right now, the world power is Great Britain, right? Yes, it is. That's the world power, man. It ain't America. The people that run the world that we see is the royals. And the royals check in with the Vatican. All right? The British royals, okay? Great Britain, all right? The United States is owned by Great Britain. Don't ever fucking forget it. All right? Don't ever fucking forget it. Okay? Queen Elizabeth and them own the United States. Don't get this shit misconstrued. That's why when they ask, come over here, they get treated work. They get more security than any president. The president is just that. The president of the fucking company. Not the country, the company. This is the company, not a country. Let's check out King James' vision.
Peace to the gods and goddesses of planet God. Peace, meaning positive energy always creates elevation. Peace to all the high vibration human beings. Peace to the ancestors for working through me. If you wish to see this full video, please head over to our official online website, www.theuci.online, and click on the video tab. Also, you can click, the shortcut to this video is to click the link below. It will be in the pinned comment in the comment section below. You can click the link and it will take you directly to this video so that you can watch this full video. Please be sure to continue to spread the message via social media. Use the hashtags on TikTok, Rashad Jamal, hashtag free Rashad Jamal. Be sure to continue. Thank you for everyone that's donating to the university and for those who are subscribing to the online website. And to purchase official crystals, please visit the website as well. I love you all. I'll be home soon. Now we rise. I leave as I come. Ashe.